welcome to Topic Therapy.
And we will be your hosts, Isabel
And Alyssa.
So this is our first episode, and we'll be giving a rundown of our semester as freshmen at Quinnipiac.
So let's get into it. Okay, so my first story starts at the very beginning of the year, like on the first day of welcome weekend. It was like 7 o'clock at night. I was alone in my dorm. My roommate hasn't even moved in yet, so I'm all alone. And you know those birdie things that like you use if someone's like trying to attack you, right?
Yeah.
So I had one of those in my purse. And I was trying to grab something in my purse and I accidentally set off the birdie, which is like not normally that big of a deal. Like I would just like I could just like put the pin back in, right? And I've done it before. But the thing is the pin fell out somewhere, it like broke off and I had no idea where it was. And I was looking and I couldn't find it. And like meanwhile, it's like wah, 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 like doing the thing that it does. And it was like so embarrassing. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get like posted on Yik Yak. People are gonna be like, what the hell is going on the fourth floor? And so I was like freaking out and like trying to shove it like into like my sweatshirt to like muffle the sound, but it really wasn't working because those things are so loud. And I'm like, I can't find the pin anywhere. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Do I have to call public safety? Like, oh my God. And then I end up taking a thumbtack out of my cork board and jamming it in the hole in the like where the pin thing goes. And it actually worked. I didn't think it was going to shut it off, but I was like, why not? Worth a shot. But it did end up working. So that was really stressful. And then I just took it and I like threw it out into the bathroom trash can because I didn't know what to do with it, and I was scared it was going to go off again at any given moment. And I know you're not really supposed to throw things in there that like aren't paper towels, but I didn't know where the actual trash cans were yet, so I just kind of went with it. I never heard it go off, so I think it ended up being fine. Maybe it's going off in a landfill right now. I don't know, but that's my first story. Yes.
Right,
Okay.
so, my first story is not as like intense as that. It's probably a story that many freshmen have, which is about going to the wrong class.
Yes.
I'm a film major, so both of my classes that I had that day were in the same building for film, and conveniently they were like, luckily for me, they were both in the same building, and they were like probably like 10 feet apart. So I'm going in, I'm like looking for like where I'm supposed to be, and I see one hallway that looks like maybe doesn't have classrooms. I wasn't really sure. And then another hallway that like I definitely saw kids going towards. So I started following everyone else, and I was like standing there. I was looking around like, oh, so all these people are gonna be like my class, like okay, wow. And then I like hear them talking, and I'm like, that doesn't sound like my class, because the class I was trying to go to was understanding film, and the class that I was like in was single cam production.
Yeah.
And I heard them like everyone like waiting for like the teacher to open the door and talking about that and stuff. And the first week I made sure I got to all my classes at least 10 minutes early. So I was like waiting there for a while, and then the class would start at 12, and it was like 11:58, and everyone like started to walk towards like walking into the room, and I like looked down at my like schedule to make sure I'm in the right place, and sure enough I'm not. And I'm like, oh no, like this is so bad. Like I've been waiting with these people for like a seriously long amount of time. So I immediately like try to find it. It's like literally the next hallway over, and I go into it, and of course like everyone's been there for a while, so all the seats get taken. It's just 12, and I walk in, all the seats are taken, and of course the only places available are the 2 front rows.
Oh.
So I end up sitting in the second to the front row, and there's only like one other person sitting there. So everyone else is behind me, and it's like movie theater style. So that leads into another story that happened that year, but I won't go into that right now.
Oh wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next story starts on the second day of school, so of welcome weekend. So literally the day right after I like set a birdie off and couldn't shut it. This is the morning that my roommate is moving in, and I think she was moving in around like 8 o'clock. I think, I'm not totally sure, but it was the earliest slot that was open to us. And I got up that morning, I think at like 6:30 to like get ready and like get breakfast with like some people that I met and stuff. And cue cards, they're pretty new to us. You could tell where this is gonna go, obviously. And I basically I walk out of my dorm without the cue card. I like have all my stuff to get ready. I'm in like my little robe, I have my hair in my like little hair clip ready to get ready for the day. I walk out, the second like that the door shuts behind me, I'm like, oh crap, like I don't have that my cue card. And for some reason, instinctively, I went to I start shaking on the door, open up,
that's
open
so
up,
bad.
like it was gonna work. I don't know. And so my heart's racing because I don't. I mean, I have my phone with me, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do yet. I didn't know to call public safety or anything. And so I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? I don't know who my RA is, right? So, and keep in mind, it's 6:30 in the morning. It's not an appropriate time. And then I go, I walk down the hall looking for one of those things that have all of the hall's RAs on them. Because I remember seeing that and I saw something like that. I was like, wait, maybe I can figure out who my RA is. So I go over there and I see who I thought my RA was. And then I go to her door. And it actually wasn't my RA. Because I'm right at the end, or no, right at the beginning of a part of the hall for who my RA is. So the door that was closer to me, I assumed was my RA, but it actually wasn't. And I go to her door and I'm like, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. Bang, 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 bang. I felt really bad. But I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. And so I knock on her door. I'm like, and then she comes out and then she just looks at me for a second. I'm like, hi, I'm so sorry. I locked myself out of my room and I don't know what to do. And she was really nice about it. She's like, oh no, it's okay. This happens a lot. And then she called public safety for me and they came and they let me in. She said next time if that happens to just call public safety. I felt really bad, but she was super chill about it because she understood I was a little baby freshman and I haven't even been there for 24 hours. I really didn't know what to do, but I felt so bad banging on her door at the crack of dawn.
Yeah.
So but it's okay because I don't think I've locked myself out since. So yeah.
That is good news.
Yes.
Okay, now it's for my next story, and this kind of goes with the first story that I was telling about how I got a bad seat in my understanding film class. So I'm a person who does not enjoy horror movies. I don't like to watch them, they kind of freak me out. And my class, understanding film, the large majority we watched were kind of scary, kind of horror movie-ish. And one movie in particular that we were watching was called Nope. And it's a horror sci-fi where there's this alien thing floating around in the sky, eating people and the town and stuff. And sci-fi's not that bad because it's not it's not really realistic. I'm not worried it's not a serial killer or something that's
yeah
a real. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you a real threat. Yes. Oh, that's kind of happen. Yeah.
However, jump scares do get me. And mind you, I am sitting in the second to the first row basically.
Yeah.
Because there's no one in the first row, and I'm in the one in the next row, and everyone's behind me looking at the screen. And so there's this jump scare moment where the main character is sitting in his car trying to basically escape, and the alien thing had just eaten a giant red horse, and now it was raining blood on the house that the main character was in or whatever. And then so the main character is looking out the window, and then all of a sudden the alien spits out the metal horse, and it lands right into the van that the main character was sitting in, and it goes through the windshield, and it freaks me out. It makes such a big noise because I wasn't expecting that to happen.
Yeah.
That I physically jump out of my seat and I'm in the basically the first row, no one's in front of me, and everyone can see me, so I was so embarrassed after that. And I do remember after the film the professor was oh, so what did you guys think about that? And I remember someone being I think it was great, it got a lot of reaction out of people. I saw someone literally jump, and I'm oh wow, thanks. So the entire class did see me lift from my seat because of that moment.
Why would I even say that?
I don't know. And
that's
I'm
funny.
Oh my God, that's great. So everyone saw that, and now they're the teacher probably
that's funny.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But that was my next story.
Yeah, that's kind of, why would he say that?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you even saw somebody jump, and everyone turns to you.
I was so embarrassed. And this is why you get to your first class early, and you make sure it's the right classroom, because otherwise you don't end up stuck in the front
position.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next story is it was the first couple weeks of school, and I was applying to I don't even remember exactly what I was applying for. It was like I had to go to an interview for a club, right? And I had on like a white sweater, and I was like feeling so cute. I was like, okay, like I'm so interview ready, right?
Mm.
Yeah, apparently not. So I went to Starbucks first, and this is like something out of like a movie, I swear. Like this is like something that would happen in a rom-com, right?
Yeah.
And I'm at Starbucks and I got like a blonde vanilla latte. It tasted horrible, by the way. It should have added
Not
like more
worth
cream
it.
or something. Yeah, it wasn't even worth what's about to happen, honestly. But then I'm walking down the stairs in the piazza, or above the piazza, right by the
Yeah.
Starbucks, and there's like people that are like right there, like in those seats, so they could like see me. And I guess the lid wasn't on tight enough because it just kind of popped off when I started drinking it,
Oh
and it went all
no.
over my white sweater. And
Oh.
I like have an interview in like less than 15 minutes. I'm not even kidding. It starts in less than 15 minutes. I'm like, oh my god, like all over my
Yeah.
white sweater. So that was really stressful, really unfortunate, and I had to like run back to my dorm, and I'm like, what do I even change into? I don't really know what else to like wear. Like I was planning on this outfit. And I end up going into the bathroom really quick and like taking like soap and like washing myself off and trying to get as much of the coffee out as I can.
Yeah.
And then I like took a Tide stick and like wiped it all over myself, and I took a hair dryer and started drying myself, and there was still soap left in my shirt after that. You could barely see the coffee stains though. So it was like, okay, it was like there, but like you'd really have to look, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
my interview's in like 5 minutes, I gotta go. So
Yeah.
I went with it. And it was fine. I mean, I don't think anybody noticed. I did not get the role, but I don't think it was because of my shirt. So yeah, that was really stressful, but it was okay. Tide sticks, definitely. That came in handy
Tide
for
sticks
sure.
are
That
a
really helped. That
lifesaver.
really like lightened it. And then
Yeah.
I washed the shirt, and then you couldn't see it anymore, so it was fine. I was really nervous. I was gonna like lose that sweater forever, but it was good. So
that kind of leads to my next
oh
story.
wow.
I also had a drink problem. So I love seltzer. That's like one of the main things I get here. It's literally like seltzer or water. Use what you can catch me drinking.
I hate seltzer, but I love that for
what?
you. Sorry,
Really?
sorry.
Oh my god, I'm like addicted to seltzer. Anyways, so I work at the Vault, which is down in the Dome,
fire.
and I'm like really hungry. I hadn't had like lunch, and I was like, I want to get something. So I went and I got like an apple and seltzer, and so I ate the apple, and then I went to work. And I was like probably 5 minutes early, so I'm like sitting to like the side, like when you walk in the Dome, you know those like seats before you turn the corner. So I was sitting there, and I'm pretty sure actually I had put seltzer water in my water bottle, which is what I had started doing from like like the fountain instead of buying the actual can. So I had put it into my water bottle, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have like some seltzer now. And I opened my water bottle, and it just explodes.
No.
Like explodes everywhere, all down my sweatshirt, all over my jeans. It like got on my backpack. It got on the couch.
At least it's just seltzer.
It got on the floor.
That's still
Yeah, it got everywhere. And I look at the time, and I have to be at work in 2 minutes now. So I rush to the bathroom, and I grab like so many paper towels, and I like wipe down the seat, wipe down the floor. Like I'm trying to get it off my like jeans, but I'm wearing like light colored like blue jeans, and the seltzer got all over the front, and I'm like, this is so bad. And then by that time I had to clock in, and I clock in, and I'm like praying like no one comes like while like I'm waiting for my jeans to dry, because it's like so bad, because you can like see like the seltzer all over my jeans. And then of course as soon as I clock in, someone comes right over and wants to check out equipment, and they didn't seem to like, they didn't say anything about it. I mean,
I wouldn't say anything. I probably wouldn't say anything.
Right, I hope no one would
like,
say
oh, look
anything
at you,
about,
weirdo.
Like, oh, you got like seltzer all down your
wet jeans all over. You have wetness. Like you have seltzer all over your jeans.
Yeah, I would hope no one would say anything about like me spilling water on my jeans. Yeah. But like it was still like so embarrassing, because I'm like, oh my god, like this is so
I probably
bad.
wouldn't judge you. I'd probably just be like, oh, that girl probably spilled like water on her jeans or something.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't think you're like weird for that. I mean, like it happened to me. You know? So that's chill.
Something about drinks, man. It's crazy.
I know. So for my next story, I'll be talking about the time that I got a really insane hate comment on my article that I wrote for the Quinnipiac Chronicle.
Wow.
So I wrote an article titled "College is a Scam," but hear me out. It also, I think, said on the headline. I didn't write like the headline, like the editors did that part. Yeah. It was like, "College is a scam, education is not." So like you get my gist, right? My
That's
whole
good.
idea of the article was like I was kind of like going against like gen eds and like how college is very overpriced and all
I
that
agree with
all
that.
that stuff that's kind of hard to debate with, honestly.
Yeah.
My real focus I think was on like um finances and gen ed requirements being an excuse to make us pay more because we're taking more classes. And I mean you could go read it. I mean look up the Quinnipiac Chronicle, my name, you'll find it. But yeah, somebody left a really, really sweet comment. No, it wasn't sweet at all. They titled themselves Concerned Alum. So like they graduated and they're like harassing freshmen, which is kind of insane, but whatever. I don't know when they graduated, but they did graduate at some point from here. And they left like a really long, like I don't want to like say like privilege sounding, but just like very like I'm so much smarter than you kind of sounding
Yeah.
comment where they went off on me being like, oh, you need math and you need science even if you're a film major because it teaches you like critical thinking skills and how to be like a functioning member of society. And college, they said college actually really isn't that expensive.
It
Girl,
is so expensive. Do you know how many
it
people
is.
have to take out
Regardless of
loans?
your financial status, I think we can all agree that college is very expensive.
Yeah.
Whether you yourself are able to afford it or not, it still is very expensive. And they basically wrote that like, oh, you do need gen eds and college really isn't that expensive. Which was insane to me. And then I had some really kind souls, some of my friends and a couple other random people who actually don't know left comments. But I had like some of my friends and like one or two other random people that wrote like really long comments back to them, like kind of going after all their points, like being like you're wrong because like XYZ whatever. They said like, oh, math does not teach you critical thinking skills, and if you don't know how to critically think at this point in your life, you're probably never going to really learn, which is true. And that's true. Math, like I'm not saying math isn't important, but like we took math for 12 years already.
I take it again.
I know. I like, why would I have to take math more? I already did it. I already can do the basics and what's important. Like same thing like with like FYS classes and all that. Like if you don't know how to like think critically, be a decent human by now, you're probably never going to learn. That's just my opinion. You can have your opinion. I just thought it was kind of insane how they like went after me like that and titled themselves a concerned alum.
Yeah.
Like, don't you have anything better to do? Don't you have like a job now? You know, since college is like so special and important and you know prepares you for life so well. Don't you have like a job to go tend to instead of like harassing freshmen? Yeah, I know. But yeah, that was interesting.
Wow, that is
thanks.
interesting.
Special shout out to Morgan and Adriana, by the way, if you're watching this, because I know you definitely are, because I told you to watch my podcast.
Yes.
And the random people.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you guys for helping me out there and watching this right now. I know you all are. Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll go to my next story. My stories are kind of like all flow together. So I told you last time about working at the Dome. This is about coming back from after work. So,
on the same day?
No.
Oh, okay. This is a different day, or like,
yeah, this is a different day. That'd be kind of annoying if it was the same day.
Oh, series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, seriously. So I love working at the Dome. It's totally fine. Whatever. I think I'm not sure because I started off only working 3 to 5, but then my boss came and he's like, "Do you want like 2 more hours?" So now I work till closing 3 to 7. Well, that was last semester. It's changed this semester, but so I was working 3 to 7. I'm not sure if it was that day that I ended up staying later than usual, or like I just like I don't know. It was just like closing time. But when I had gone to work, it wasn't raining. I didn't check the weather.
Yeah.
It was just like a little chilly. It was fine. And it's like also there's windows in the vault, but like I don't really look out them because they're like behind me, and it was also dark. So I get all my stuff on, and I start walking. I close it up and I start walking out the door, and as soon as I get out the front is downpouring.
No.
Like probably the worst rain we had at Quinnipiac, if you remember that day.
I'm trying to think back to this.
Was that day.
I think I remember.
Yes. Like it was so bad.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my god.
The Dome to Mountain View's crazy.
Yeah, so I live in Mountain View.
Yeah.
So it's like the worst walk in history.
Actually.
And it is like literally probably the worst day that it rained.
Yeah.
Like that was the day. And it was just like I got so drenched. I was wearing my glasses because
No.
yeah, and
No,
I
that's
just
the worst.
I know, and so I started walking back, and I knew I was gonna get soaked. Like I was already getting soaked, only being out in there for like a minute. So I started walking back, and I'm like, I need to like pit stop. Like I can't like continue walking in this rain to Mountain View. So I go from the Dome to the Rat, and I need dinner anyways. So I was like getting dinner at the Rat, and then the guy who was there, who was helping get my bowl for me, he was like, oh, were you just out in the rain? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, the glasses, I can tell, that's so bad. I'm like,
I
oh
know,
my
that's always
God.
the most embarrassing thing.
I know. I'm like, oh no, I know, my glasses. So I got my bowl from him, and then I go back out into the rain, and it's just so bad. Just a downpour. Like my phone is like covered in water. I can't even like text anyone. I was like texting my roommates like, this is terrible. And I get back to the dorm, and my roommates open the door, and they start laughing at me because I literally looked like a drowned rat. My sweatshirt was completely soaked through. My Uggs were soaked through.
Not
Yes,
the
I was
Uggs!
wearing my Uggs. I was wearing my Uggs. It was a good thing I waterproofed them before coming here, because
I
those
should have done that,
literally
not gonna
got
lie.
drenched. My pants were drenched. My hair was drenched. My glasses were covered in water. My phone was covered in water. And they're still laughing at me. They took a picture of me, which is just like the funniest picture ever.
Good group
And
chat,
I
like,
immediately had to
background.
put all my clothes in the dryer and just like leave
Yeah.
my Uggs out to dry for a good couple days. It took them to dry.
Mhm.
And that was just like, sometimes I'm like, I'd be funny and I'm like, oh, I'm like a drowned rat, like in like the rain. That's how I literally was.
Yeah.
Because the serious amount of rain and walking back to Mountain View was just like not
Yeah,
fun.
I know. That's rough. That is rough.
Yeah.
Okay. So for our very last story today, we
It's
have
a good one.
Yeah, we have a combined story. It's about the 24-hour film challenge. Shout out to Cecilia, because I know you're definitely watching this too.
Shout out.
She did it with us. All three of us did it together. And we're gonna talk about that experience. It was something.
that was definitely something.
Yeah, I remember it starts off with Isabel messaging me and Cecilia in a Instagram group chat, because I don't think we had each other's numbers at the time.
I just knew you guys from Women in Film,
Yeah,
and I was
Women
like,
in
I
Film.
really want to do this challenge. I think it's gonna be really cool, but I'm like,
Yeah,
do it with.
I know.
So.
I don't think I even saw it in my email until you messaged me. So I'm glad I did it though.
Yeah, so I messaged them both like kind of desperately, being like, "Oh my God, do you guys like think? Yeah. Like I know this is random, but like, would you guys want to do this?"
Yeah,
and
they
said yes.
Let's do it.
Luckily,
made
so
a
that
group
was
chat,
nice.
like an actual group chat, not like Instagram DMs. Yeah. So we are like, okay, we don't know our topic or anything like that, or the challenges, so we can't like write it yet, but we can get actors for it. Because we know like what day and what time it's gonna be at. So we ask around our friends, and like I got like one or two people maybe, but like not enough for this.
Yeah, and I couldn't get anyone.
Yeah, I wanted to like make sure that we definitely had enough people.
Yeah. And like also most of the film people we know were doing the challenge.
Yeah, that
so
was the issue.
Like, act in it. Like,
yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah, most of the other film people or communications people were also doing the challenge. So we decided to take it to the dining hall.
Yeah.
Good rejection therapy.
That was amazing rejection therapy. That's like immediately like what I said. I'm like, this is so bad. We went around to different tables. Most tables said no.
Yeah.
Some people looked at us like we were crazy.
I know.
And then we went to one table, and it was like a group of like juniors or like sophomores.
Yeah.
I'm still not entirely sure.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey guys, I know it's kind of weird, but like, would you want to like act in the 24-hour film challenge? I was like, sure.
Explained it to them.
Yeah, and they're like, sure. I'm
like, wait, what?
I'm like, what? What do you mean, sure? Like, everyone else just rejected us.
Yeah, I was just expecting,
like
everybody
crazy.
either just like, no, sorry, or looks at us like we like ran over their dog 17 times.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're like, yeah, sure. So we had them like scan our, because we had a Google form. And,
yeah.
So we would know.
Google form.
Yeah, so we would know, because we did post a Google form where it would be like
on Instagram and on the Snapchat Quinnipiac 29 page.
Yeah, so they saw that. That was us.
God, and look at us. Look how pathetic. We're like, do you have any acting experience? Like at that point, we were just like, we'll take anybody.
Anyone.
Do you have any acting experience? Because like that definitely matters. No, we didn't. Honestly, we were trying to sound so like professional. No.
Yeah, that was bad. But anyways, so we got our actors found.
Yes.
Then let's go to the
shout
film
out
challenge.
to you guys, by the way.
Oh,
I don't remember
if you
all
guys
of
are
your
watching
names.
This, I don't know if you are, but
you probably aren't. But if you are,
thanks for helping us
thank
out.
you so much for that.
So this leads us to our day of this film challenge, we get our topic, which is romance, and we have to incorporate baseball into it. The
There's
Red
like a ton of
Sox.
challenges.
There was like so many things, but that
but
was
like the main things are it's a romance, baseball, and Red Sox. And that's why we wanted to make sure we had boys and girls for actors if we got like a romance, because like I was like, what if we get romance as our genre? Like I don't want to just have like all girls or all boys, but we actually did, so good thing we thought of that. Yeah, we had a good mix.
So we write our scripts, we explain it to everyone. It was interesting. And then I think this leads us to
the awkward table read.
Yes,
awkward table read. Oh my god. Okay, so we're in the library. This is before like all of our actors are there. We're in the library and we're writing like just a bunch of ideas down on the whiteboard and stuff, and then we start typing up our script. I'm not even gonna lie, this script is so cringy. I mean, it's a romance. Of course it's cringy.
We also like wrote it in 2 hours.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of time to do this. It's like 24 hours. We have to have this whole thing out by. So it was really cringe. Some of the lines were like just really like cliche, and I cringed reading it, but I was like, you know what? A girl's got to do what she's got to do. So I think like what is it? Like 3:00 rolls around. We meet in the library with everyone that's gonna be our actors that day for a table read, and you know, assigning characters and stuff. It was really awkward.
That was awkward. They were like, "What is this again?" And we
what is this again? And they don't get it. They're like math majors and engineering majors. They're doing like important things and stuff, and like hard, smart people things. And
we're like, "Your true love is baseball."
I know. Your true love is baseball all along. Just go with it. Your true love is baseball.
Yeah. And then I think that leads to that night.
Yeah.
Where we were editing and we're like kind of hungry. So we had gotten Rapples, but we're like kind of want ice cream.
I kind of want ice cream.
So
I was sent.
Me and Cecilia send Alyssa to go get ice cream, which feels so bad.
Okay. So here's a fun story. I take both of their cue cards, and I'm gonna get 3 ice creams for each. Like not one ice cream for each of us. No, we're not getting 9 ice creams.
I promise we're not like
that. So I walk to the dome. Oh, it's raining, right? I believe it is raining.
I think it was raining.
Yes, it was raining.
Wow, rain plays in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, rain. Oh, that was great. So I'm in the dome, and I have to walk to the to get our ice creams. I get there. I'm like, can I use like 2 different people's cue cards? Like they gave them to me so I could like get us each an ice cream. Like, is that okay? If not, I could just get it on my card. I don't mind.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no, you get them all for free. I was like, huh? I thought he was kidding. And he's like, no, like you get them for free. Like 3 for free. 3 for free. I was like, what? Really? And he's like, yeah, no, I'm serious. So I was like, okay, I guess. Thank you.
I guess that's a deal that not many people know about. Someone wants to eat 3
so get 3 rat ice creams, and they're all free apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah. But he gives me them, and there's like no trays or anything. And I have like, okay, I have to carry 2 people's cue cards, my phone with my cue card, and 3 ice creams. And I don't have any like tray or anything on me. Yeah, and I didn't have any pockets. So like I couldn't just put my phone or the cue cards in there. And one of the ladies that was working at the rat, she's like, oh, like, you know, do you need help? And I was like, no, like it's okay, really, thank you. I'm not gonna make her walk all the way to the dome with me in the rain. I mean, she was very nice, so shout out to her. She's definitely not watching this, but
you are. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. So yeah, I had to carry those all back to the dome in the rain. And like rain is like getting into our ice cream. Like our ice cream's getting watery, which really sucks.
She did call me.
I'm trying to shield it. Oh yeah.
She called me, but I was like locked into editing. And then I think we finally like saw it.
Yeah, I was
like oh my god, Alyssa needs help.
And I was like, and I'm trying to call them like, guys, I can't do this anymore. I start texting the group chat. I call you. I call Cecilia. Yeah. Nobody's answering me. I'm like, what am I gonna do? And finally, I think Cecilia answers me, and then she comes like, and then I see her in the distance, like coming from the dome, walking towards me. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God. And then she helps me carry them, and we're all good. We get them safely transported to the dome. Watery ice cream. It was great.
Still good.
Great. Still good. A little worry, but it was okay. So yeah, that was really something.
It was something.
Now, okay. Yeah, we submitted that night. That's important.
I was like panicking also the next day. Like I kept like, did we submit it right?
Was it good enough?
Like, oh my God,
so we submitted it that like really, really late that night. And a couple weeks go by, then we have the premiere with the winning
Yes,
ones.
I was not there because guess what? I was at work at the vault.
Her and Cecilia were unfortunately unable to make it to the premiere. And I was like, well, I don't want to go alone. So I dragged one of my friends with me. Shout out to you, Fiona, because I know you're definitely watching this too. I asked if she would want to come with me, and she did. So that was great. We go to the premiere together. We did not win, but like that's chill. But you know what we did win? The First In Award. Yeah. And at first I was like, what is the First In Award? So I look it up. I'm like, oh, it's because we finished first. Is that a good thing? In the 24-hour film challenge, like I feel like that's not like they're trying to pass it off as like, oh, like good for you, you finished first in the 24-hour film challenge. But the challenge wasn't who's gonna finish first. The challenge was who's the best is the best.
Yes. And so when she texted me that, like, she sent me a picture and like First In, I'm like,
it was like,
oh my god, what does that mean?
It's kind of giving
what
like,
did we get?
It's giving like, oh, I love your confidence.
Yes.
Like, oh, you're so confident. I wish I had your confidence. And I'm the only one there to collect it. So I go up there, I'm like, cheers, like holding my little First In award, so proud, still not knowing what it means. I'm like, I don't care, I won something. Yeah. And then I sit back down and I'm like, with Fiona, I'm like, what does this mean?
I kind of thought it was like
I don't know.
Up, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
No. And we look it up and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I mean, that's cool. Like, we still got something, you know, we got a certificate, so that was nice. Yeah. But like, it was giving like, I love your confidence. It was like a participation trophy. It felt like.
Yeah. And then boss came back and he's like, congratulations. Why weren't you up there? I'm like, I was working, but thank you.
Yeah. Is that it for the 24-hour film challenge? I believe it is.
I think it was. That was.
And you have class in 19 minutes.
Oh, I do, and I don't want to be late again. So, because this is my first day of this class, even though it's been a week of school. Yeah, I was gone. I just got back from the Sundance Film Festival this morning, so if I look a little rough, that's why. But
okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you for watching
our first episode of Topic Therapy. Yeah, we'll be back next week. I don't know what day exactly this is gonna be posted on, but we'll be back next on.
No, we'll be
back next week. Yeah,
this will be posted sometime soon.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out
thank you.
as the episode's gone.
All right.
But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in next time.
Yes, tune in next week. Bye.
Bye.